Welcome back to AniPeeps. Today I'm your host Boggs. Along with me I have my two co-hosts Boom and Mighty. And today we will be talking about some manga, which we don't do too much. But before we get started, how are you guys doing?
Good as always, my man.
Good to hear. Good
Sir,
to
we
hear.
vibing. The
Like you
weekend is upon
mentioned,
us.
Oh yeah.
I'm hyped up to do a manga one, man.
Yeah. It's been a minute since we did a manga one, and I think all three of us are a bit more anime centric with some manga here and there, but today I think we just wanted to do a video of us kind of recommending to each other what we like. Maybe we'll be talking about some stuff that we've all read or something like that, but mainly just trying to get out, talk about a few manga titles that we do really want, especially our audience, you guys, to give it a shot. So um I guess for this one, this is like pretty general one. We'll probably just be chatting about. We'll each kind of present one that we're recommending to each other and to everybody else, and you know, so this isn't anything like our favorites. I mean, we could include our favorites, but
hmm
we'll just be talking about some stuff that we at least really like and would like to get more people to read. So
And I think our favorites are maybe top. Our top favorites might all be the same too, like
yeah,
Vagabond, and stuff like that too. So
yeah, and we
Yeah,
we
One
talked
Piece.
about those. Yeah, One Piece as well. We've
yeah,
talked about those. So I wouldn't say like at least what I've selected for this one. It's not really like a niche one per se, but
Sheesh.
um, still definitely one I would like to talk about. So I guess I could start for my first one. Uh, so for my first one, I have picked this one, the title was the fragrant flower blooms with dignity. That is a English title. Sorry about that. Um, but yeah, this isn't a new
I'm
one.
learning, huh?
This isn't a new one. I mean, I think this is like maybe 3 years since it started publishing, but uh, and an anime announced. So if you guys don't read it, hopefully you guys definitely do give it a watch because the anime is definitely going to be a super good one. But yeah, as you guys know, I'm a pretty big romance fan. I'm a big fan of the genre. And I know you guys kind of are too, so I'm pretty sure you guys would like it. But so pretty much our story here follows our two main characters, Rintaro and Kaoru, and uh so our male protagonist Rintaro, he works at like a cake shop, his a family owned business. His parents works there too, and he sometimes helps out. And our female protagonist Kaoru, she really loves eating cakes, so she stops by the store all the time and kind of gets a glimpse at Rintaro here and there until eventually they happen to meet, and then some stuff happen when they first meet, but pretty much from then on it kind of follows like a kind of like a normal romance story. But the kind of twist to this one is that these two go to a all girls school and an all boys school that are kind of next to each other, and the all boys school is like really looked down upon by the all girls school because the all girls school is kind of like a more elite, hard to get into kind of school, and the all boys school is kind of like everybody's last pick high school. Where
Mm.
it just has a bad image as people who go there are kind of delinquents, stupid, not looking out for their own future. Um,
He kind of does look like a delinquent though from the cover, right?
yeah,
Mm.
exactly,
Long hair.
I'm glad you brought that up because our main character kind of struggles with that because he's like a very tall dude. His eyes are sharp and look scary, and like you said, he has a blonde hair. So he people tend to kind of, uh, he tends to stay away from like close relationships and like kind of chatting outside of his close circle just because people tend to get like a bad first impression of him. They think he's a
Mm.
delinquent, but deep down he's like a very, very nice and sweet guy. Um, and yeah, so kind of what I was talking about earlier at about when they met at the cake shop. Kaoru like sees past all that, and she's like, "I never thought for a second you were scary. You seem like a very nice guy." So that really kind of almost shocks him because he's so used to people just kind of assuming he's like a bad person just based off his looks. But she looks through all that and sees him as an actual person. And then from then on, it kind of has like a, I wouldn't say like a taboo, but kind of a weird relationship where she can't get her classmates to know that she's friends with him because you know at the all girls school they say like do not affiliate with the people from the next school. So that's kind of like the main premise of how these two's
Mhm.
relationship kind of comes about. But what really makes this series like a really great one is the great cast of characters and like the character design. The art in this is like super good. Each of the characters are have their own like personality that kind of is kind of reflected their um by their appearance, which is kind of ironic after what I said earlier about our main male protagonist. But yeah, they go like really deep. They really get down into it with the characters. Like they're all very, you know, they have great depth to each of the characters, and kind of like the relationship they have with each other is really good. Um, and like
And the power look-alike too in the last one.
the one on the top right, second right.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. She's a great character as well. And yeah, just like the emotions that they put into the characters just really good. And our main female protagonist, Kaoru, she's just like a absolute sweetheart and super cute, well drawn, just such a good person along with like the rest of the cast. They're all just really great people. Um, but I think what really separates this series from, because I really think this is like probably one of the best, more recent romance manga and hopefully anime out there. Um, but pretty much the whole cast, kind of like I talked about with them having depth. Like this is Rintaro's parents. Like it gets really deep into like family connections, like parental or sometimes even siblings, as well as, relationships with their friends. Like they really get into kind of like there's so many like good bro moments between, the male friend group as well as like the female friend group. But um, there's so many times where the parents kind of talk about our main character because earlier I mentioned, he kind of struggles with himself. He has some demons he's kind of fighting and he's slowly kind of breaking out of that barrier. And his parents are like so happy to see that. And they kind of helped him as well. And, so this is minor spoilers, but the dad telling the mom, like, you're so great because, they look at their son now compared to say like 5 years ago, and he's matured into such a great person compared to when he was down bad years ago. And you could see like his mom's about to cry here, and just the amount of emotion they put into the the punchy scenes are just makes this so emotional as a manga. And yeah, this, I mean, this is, I just chose this picture to show how great Kaoru is, as well as like the detail and the art. And yeah, so that plus
That is,
that plus all the good romance. Like I did say this is a romance one. I didn't really talk too much about that, but everything I said there with like the great family friend relationship, the romance in this is absolutely mind blowing, super good. Um, yeah, this is one I really really do hope you guys at least watch when the anime comes out. So
And I think if I remember correctly, you added this to my Mal, right? Is
I
this the
did, I
one?
did.
Yeah. The for sure we'll definitely try to read it, but art's selling me, man. Like you said, so much
Hmm.
emotion.
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely best girl scene right there.
Yeah, dude. And yeah, so many moments where you're just like the emotion just hits you like a truck and you're like, "Damn, man, like this really hits hard." So, that was my
Like,
pick. again, the title, the fragrant flower blooms with dignity. Um, and I
Might
get,
need a re-up title though, man. Such a
yeah,
mouthful.
yeah. And so
And
yeah,
how far long is that one so far?
the 13th volume just came out. I
Okay.
think volume 13 just came out, like early this month. So yeah, quite a lot to read, and definitely if you guys do give it a read, it'll be one of those where it's like, thank God I could just keep powering through this. So
It's always hard because if you know the anime is coming up,
yeah,
you don't know which one you want to do first.
and honestly, I wouldn't. I would say like you could probably wait for the anime because I'm fairly sure the anime is in good hands with like Cloverworks, and like I feel like the detail in the art could be kind of in lines of like say Akebi no Seirafuku, like that kind of detail in it, because they also did that one. So it's definitely going to be in great hands. So
You
Nice.
recommend watching first season and maybe picking up the
yeah,
manga
yeah,
after that.
that would probably be a good move.
I feel like watching anime first, you get into the show a bit more too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so that was my pick. I guess second would be let's go with Mo. Uh,
Cool.
so Mo's pick was
The pick is Museum. Um, Very short series, came out in 2006, or not 2006. What am I saying? 2013 to 2014. Written by Tomoe Ryusuke. This was like his one and only thing that he wrote. Um, Within the volume, there's also two like one chapter one shots that are in it as well. But it's like a crime thriller slash psychological horror, or I guess has psychological horror elements. But basically, there's the detective Sawamura who gets involved in a case with a serial killer, and kind of alluding to the title Museum, the serial killer, as he does his murders, they're very like ritualistic and using some kind of like popular phrases and stuff like that. Um, Using creating art out
yeah,
of his
like
murders.
kind of like the serial in serial killer style, right? Where they try to like
Hmm.
decorate the bodies and all that stuff. At least
Yeah,
art in their eyes.
yeah, that, and then like all of them, all their killings are ritualistic in the sense that like they're being punished for something. So like the first murder, minor spoilers, is of a kid that's like just super spoiled, treats his mom like shit,
Hmm.
and it's like feel the pain that your mother felt is like the title of his quote unquote, he calls them sentences, but he like cuts off 3.3 kilograms of flesh from his body and like puts it
Oh
in a
my god.
bucket and he bleeds out. And it's supposed to be like symbolic of the pain his mom went through giving birth to
Gotcha,
him.
gotcha.
So stuff like that. I think where this manga thrives is like showing those kind of torture moments for the killer. Really interesting. Always keeps you on your toes of that cat and mouse chase between the detective and the killer. I will say the with how short it is, the like investigation part is kind of like a stretch. Like there's one part, the kind of the turning point of how they narrow down who the serial killer might be is kind of like, that's kind of like that's weird. But besides that, like I think a good comparison for this is the movie Seven. If you guys have seen that,
Hmm.
um, kind of similar idea where the detective's chasing the serial killer. He's very ritualistic, very like spiritual and into his killings, and views them as a work of art. And then, not really a spoiler because it's in the synopsis, but along with that, the detective getting involved in the investigation, his family ends up getting roped up into it as well.
I
So,
see, I see.
um, for me, it
Hmm.
was a very like plot twisting end. I didn't expect what happened at the end.
Well, it definitely seems super cool. This kind of based off what you said, like you said, for me. when you were describing the synopsis, I thought of Seven mixed with Saw. You know,
Mhm.
uh, so when you say like punish, is it to kind of I'm guessing he ends up like killing these people, or is it trying to like get them to repent and
It's
like
almost like he's a crusader in that like he kind of does choose his victims and then he's acting out their punishments.
okay,
And
like
so like his punishments are befitting to
what
how
they
they
did.
wrong someone or yeah.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
like I think I have one of the actually I don't even remember what it was,
I'll
but
pull up
there's
one of the
one where
pictures.
like yeah, he has the guy that's the killer.
It's kind of
He's wearing
Is
freaky.
it
he
a
always wears a
frog?
frog mask. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It is like
Frog mask.
Saw, because like Saw they use like a pig mask when they're like capturing people,
Oh
and it's like super
yeah.
freaky.
That is true. I forgot
Ooh.
Oh
about
my
that.
gosh.
But and this is actually like the least grotesque one because there's no blood in this
Yeah,
one or
yeah.
like
What's in his
mutilated
mouth?
body parts.
Is it maggots?
Thumbtacks.
Oh,
Oh my
So this
god.
one it's like your sentence is to swallow 1,000 thumbtacks or 1,000 needles, which
That's the
I
least.
want to say he was a
ugh.
liar just because of the common phrase
Oh.
in Japan like if I lie, there's that
Yeah, yeah.
Pinky Promise
Harisenbon.
song, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If I lie, I'll swallow 1,000 needles. So I think he was a liar of some sort. I
Gotcha,
can't remember
gotcha.
exactly, but
Dude,
yeah,
I gotta
death
change
by
this
1,000
picture.
needles.
It's giving me like goosebumps.
But
And then is this like
again,
investigation?
frog mask. Yeah, this is kind of mid investigation. This is kind of like that cat and dog moment where he finds him once, but he's able to escape.
And
So
that look, uh,
yeah,
the killer
Frog
looks,
look?
at the detective in the eyes and just bounces.
unfazed, all
Yeah.
part of his plan.
No, dude, this
So
sounds great. And I know this one you've recommended to me a few times. I think you got my brother to read it. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know why I never came around to read it, but no, definitely one I'll check out. Maybe next time we hang out, you could bring the
Mhm.
books and I'll binge it.
Yeah. Again, short one. It's out not even 3 volumes worth, just because of those extra one shots.
Mm.
Hmm.
I think they have one shot at the end of the second volume, one shot at the end of the third, but it's like 25 chapters ish. So fairly quick read. I think it's one of those you could get done in like 2 hours. And I
Yeah,
think you should because it'll grip you pretty quickly. It's one of those where you're either real interested to finish or you're not. So
yeah.
I mean, this had so much success in Japan that they did a live action movie and a TV drama spin-off of it. So Japan loves their serial killers, man.
Yeah, three volumes seems like very short for like a cat and mouse aspect to fit in there. I feel like, especially
Yeah,
if
and
you're
that's where I
going
think
over
it.
the murders, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's where it kind of lacks. Is it's like he has no idea who it is, and then they're able to kind of narrow it down very quickly from this interaction. Like this interaction right here is when they
It
get the big
clicked.
hint
It
on
clicked.
how to narrow it down. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I'm sure enjoyable regardless. Definitely one I'll check out.
Mhm.
It's cool they added the one shots too. That's pretty clutch.
Yeah, especially
Little
the dude
extra.
never wrote anything again. So, and both
Mm.
of the one shots are horror related, if I remember as well. So,
Nice, nice.
The
one
cover
I
art.
remember one of them. Go ahead.
Oh, like I'm not a fan of horror, but the cover art looks pretty interesting too.
Yeah, it's like pretty ominous
Mhm.
and spooky. But yeah, here's the cover just in case
Oh, it
y'all
looks
missed it.
too
I
spooky.
know, I do love the mask, but
Oh, befitting of Halloween as well. I see what you're doing, Mo.
I
See
see you.
what
I
you're
see
doing.
you.
Sir,
Uh,
yes, sir.
Some
got
spooky stuff.
Shrek
So, yep,
mixed with some horror, but yeah. For
that was
those of
a
you,
Oh,
museum.
yeah, that was Museum. Mo's pick, and last
yes,
but certainly not
sir.
least, we have Boom's pick, and that
Nice,
is
nice little transition from the spookiness of Moe's. But
nice.
fellas, have you ever just wanted to sit down and read a manga just for pure enjoyment?
That's the
No true
best.
story, no true anything. This is Gohoubi. I think it's Ohitori Sushi, right? I don't know, I
Mhm.
can't read Japanese, but
Yeah, and I guess
I
that's the
couldn't find the
American
English.
title as well. Yeah, just
Yeah,
Gohoubi
yeah,
Ohitori Sushi.
yeah. Like
Oh, is
a
it really?
Yeah.
yeah. Um, like I don't think that it's not that popular. It's not even rated on Mouth, you know, like for
Yeah.
it just is not available. But for me, the reason why I like this is I have been starting to watch a lot of more slice of life anime, but not. This is probably like my first manga that I've read, slice of
Mhm.
life, and just a quick synopsis. You have the main character right there with the red hair. You have Aiko Isaki, just a normal 31-year-old office worker. And I think it's the first couple pages, you find out that she got dumped by her boyfriend of 10 years.
Oof.
And obviously she's sad, she's shocked, and the first thing she does, she's hungry, and she sees this random sushi spot, and she goes in, and immediately she gets kind of worried. There's a bunch of comedy in this one too, but she gets worried because even me right now, if you go into a store and it doesn't show price, you know it's about to be expensive, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of worried, and like the menu is very like vague, and it's like basically omakase only, right? But this whole manga, you just see her every time she wants to treat herself, and she's working long days at the office. She just keeps coming back to this sushi spot, and it's always different types of sushi, and you just see the enjoyment on her face.
Is
Not
this
much else about the manga, but it's just like
is
nice,
this is this
feel good.
shows more focus on like the meal she's eating, or is it like she gets close not even romantically to, but like, to the sushi chef where they talk about random stuff, or is it more of like the eating aspect where the
I would
focus
say
is on?
both. Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's like it's not just always the same sushi chef, or maybe it is, but like it's not too highlighted on him per
Okay,
se,
okay.
you know.
So it's
But
more of her
they
just
always say like
enjoying.
what it is. It's kind of like I hate to say it, not like bartender.
But it is in
You
that
know,
category, like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's more
It's I mean
focused
the
on
category like
showing the love.
gourmet
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and slice of life. I mean, literally, it's like you can pick. It's 5 volumes.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
pretty. You can if you want to start at 3. Just all you need to know is I guess she got dumped by her boyfriend. That's why she started coming here, right?
Yeah.
If you get confused, but it's not too important if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
And
just like the start off point for the
then
main
if you want
story.
to slip to that second pick box, or did we have a second pick?
Yeah, we do.
Slip that John in. This is where she like
Oh
this is the
man.
first chapter, so not too big a spoiler, but like she's eating her sushi, and then this is either the first piece or maybe the second piece. She's like she starts to like because right away she got broken up, but then you see like a flashback,
Yeah.
of sudden breaking up, and then she goes back to happiness with the sushi, man. But even like look at that. I think that's taco, right? Looks too delicious, man.
Yeah, no, I do love these like gourmet slice of life type shows, or I guess
And
manga in this case.
I know, it's like it's hard to tell. I guess it's not hard to tell, but like you see the face in the middle left panel,
Mhm.
like she's like one of those characters. It's gonna be like there's gonna be a bit of comedy in here too.
Yeah. No, she looks adorable. This one
Yeah, I
is
like the
definitely
character design,
going.
obviously, and the way, it's not like incredible art, but the way they do the art for the food is
Yeah.
pretty on point, man.
And nice and
No
simple
spooky
kind
stuff
of
here, but
like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely change of pace from museum. But no, this is also
But
one I'm sold on.
not a diss on museum, not a diss on museum, but just like if you want to pick up a nice, just a happy manga, man, this is it, man. Not too much thinking,
No,
and I
definitely
feel
Easy
will
like
check
read.
this out.
this might be harder to get into too. You know what I mean? Because if you're into like there needs to be like a problem, there needs to be like fighting or something like that. It's hard to get into these type of stuff. But
Yeah.
at least it's only 5. Just read one, maybe you
No,
get the
it's
gist of it.
probably just one of those where it's like episodic. Each chapter, there's like it's just like a different sushi, and they probably just chat about something different. But no, I'm definitely sold on this one too. Definitely will be
Hmm.
checking this one out.
Yeah, and then I think I started reading this when I was still back in America too, so it was extra,
Had you craving?
homesick.
Had you craving some sushi? Oh, great pick,
Yeah,
great pick.
this is what was it called? God of Glass should have been. I forgot what
Hey
bartender.
man,
Sorry, bartender should
God
have
of
been.
class.
you can't talk
I
about this
don't.
show and start dogging on
No,
bartender,
but God of
man.
Glass wasn't bartender, right? Like that's what they're trying to find or something. I forget.
Well, yeah, because there was two original ones, just bartender, and then more recent series, Bartender, Glass of God. Hey man, that show was great.
But maybe that manga is a bit better. Maybe I like that manga better.
Fair enough, fair enough. But no, I'll
It
definitely
sucks. It
check this
sucks.
one.
Does suck. It doesn't have like. So if I like a manga, if I like a show, I want to get some at least little type of merch from it. But if it's like this
Yeah,
niche, it's hard to
Yeah.
find. I
yeah.
was thinking about just
We definitely went down the niche curve. We started off with like a very popular manga, and then
yeah.
started getting into a bit more obscure, and then even more obscure. But
This one I might just have to buy the Japanese manga, 5 volumes, not
yeah,
too much space, and just
or even
or maybe
just
just volume
one.
There
one.
you
Yeah,
go.
Yeah,
yeah. Just
you
as a
just face
form
it
of.
outward.
Mhm.
You know, it'd be cool though if it was like all different cover arts. That I guess it always is, right? I'm
Yeah,
tripping for real, tripping.
but yeah, that was Gohoubi Ohitori Sushi.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Definitely seems nice and comfy. One of those mangas for the comfy slice of life type enjoyers. If you're a big fan of sushi, I'm sure you'll enjoy that as well. But yeah, I guess that was each of our pick for, and we'll probably keep doing some of these type one
Hmm.
manga recommendation type videos. But yeah, I mean personally, I thought both of your guys is super interesting, so I'll definitely check it out when I get the
Likewise,
chance.
likewise.
Yeah. Especially this one, Chris. Way to pull one out of the old niche bag. Definitely
Appreciate
seems
that, man.
cozy. When I'm missing that good old Japan sushi, man, that omakase service. This will have to be the one to get me in the vibes.
Okay,
Just
your vibe. Good luck finding it. It's that niche.
read it while you eat on some imitation crab or something.
No joke. Like if you search it up, go to images, no panels. But
Had
yeah,
to dig deep for it. I
good one,
respect it.
boys. Good one.
Yep, yep. Um, but yeah, I guess that was our video. For our viewers, definitely check it out if any of what we said caught your interest. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, comment maybe what your favorite manga is or what you would recommend to a friend. And until next time, see you guys later.
Peace out.
Deuces.